I went looking for the pinout for one of these clocks, like this one here, see, 05 to 08 matrix. And on the first page of the search of, you know, that company that runs this website that this video is on, yeah, those arseholes. On the first page was it was a link to Toyota Nation where someone asked for the pinout for matrix, and then some jerk off was like, oh, well, if you just Google blah blah blah, you'll find it, you know, even though I Googled it and all I got was that jerk off saying, oh, if you Google it, you'll find it. Hey, yeah. So to anybody who came across that search result, or, you know, didn't come across the search result, or came across the search result that says, oh yeah, we'll sell you the fucking whole the whole wiring diagram for the whole car for $49.95 US. You know, you don't want to pay $49.95? Good. Neither the fuck did I. So I took a few minutes here, a little trial and error and more error. And eventually I figured out how the fuck this shit all works over here, you see? So, like, we'll go through the easy ones here first. I mean, I didn't do it in the order of easiest to hardest, you know what I mean? It's the pinout. Like, here's your pin number 1. This is the back of the clock. Right? This is not from the harness. This is when you're looking at the back of the clock. So if you're looking at the harness, your number 1 will be on this side, and your number 5 will be on this side, and your 6 and 10, like that. Although actually on the harness, there is no 6 or 8. These are disused, as you can see here. Not used, not used. Alright, so ground wire, negative, that's easy. 10 in black. Alumi is green. It's positive, of course. Accessory is also positive, of course. I think it's gray. I don't know. There's some... It's one of those kind of color areas where I have a hard time figuring out what the fuck the color is, because this other one over here, number 10, I'm calling it brown, but this one and this one, to my shitty eyes, look kind of the same, and it's hard to discern. I mean, you can tell them apart to say that they're not the same color of wire, but I don't know what the fuck the colors are. Whatever. It doesn't matter. This one's number 3. Accessory. Positive. This one's number 10. You know, it's the... I'll get to that. Okay, so number 4 is the airbag light, right? And when I say airbag light, specifically the word airbag has its own light, right? That's a positive, red with a white stripe. A little confusing with the colors here. This will be more confusing here. Battery, positive, terminal number 5, black with a white stripe. That's a fucked up thing to do for a positive wire, but, you know, the OEMs don't give a shit about that shit anymore. They want to fuck with you every time. You're trying to figure a thing out, they want to fuck with you. Oh, black with white stripe must be negative. No, the fuck it isn't. So yeah, 6 is disused like I told you before. Now 7, 9, and 10, again it is disused as well. 7, 9, and 10 are interesting in as much as they're all negatives, right? This is the seatbelt light, that is to say the little seatbelt icon light is a negative. And it's negative to the positive here, number 4, right? It doesn't go to one of these. It doesn't go to your 2, 3, or 5, which is your alumi accessory or battery. You'd think it would go to battery for your pod. No, it gets its positive from number 4, the airbag light. This is the positive for 7, 9, and 10, which are, again, is the seatbelt light, which is the seatbelt icon for the passenger seat to, you know, basically tell you to put your fucking seatbelt on if you haven't. Or, alternately, if you put some crap on your seat and it's too heavy and it thinks there's a passenger in there, then it'll fucking beep at you until you take the shit off your seat. Ask me how I know. Number 9 is the off light, and number 10 is the on light for the airbag. So, like, when the airbag is off, which is to say, again, when there's nobody in the passenger seat, it will be off, right? And then, you know, you'll have this one and this one activated. It'll say airbag off. And then, alternately, when the seatbelt light is engaged, also this on will engage, because that's the fucking thing. Airbag on. Of course, I don't know, there might be other conditions by which the airbag turns off. If there's something fucked up in the circuit or whatever, maybe they'll just say off, and that'll be how you know there's something wrong with one of your leads or the airbag or something. Computer, you know. But anyway, all these 3 negatives, they're all negative, and they all go to this as the positive, the number 4, the airbag positive, right? So yeah, 7 is I think purple. Again, it's one of those colors, I don't know, purple, blue, something like that. I think it's purple. 9 is the off-light, negative. It's pink. I only know that because I lined it up beside the red and white, and it seems brighter than the red, so I presume that's pink. And then 10 is the one that I thought was probably brown compared to this number 3 gray one. But again, the colors don't fucking matter. What matters is the terminal numbers. You got the pinout here. You got the fucking shit here. Frankly, this should be a 1-minute video instead of a 5.5-minute video, but there it is. So, I hope that helps. And to the cocksucker on Toyota Nation who wants to fucking give out your little flippant Google this and Google that without actually fucking helping people, suck a fucking dick.